Welcome, world. This is my home. We're here for my understanding, my life, with the essence of the energy is known throughout the world about cosmic energy, pyramid power, etc., etc. But the most important thing that I usually, this is something special that I've been doing all my life, and this has never been exposed to the public. So now this is the opportunity for the world to, to see me as I am. This is my little home here. In here, as we walk through here, this is the ultimate machine. It's a vessel. It is something that is beyond the comprehension of our time. It may be a time that never was before we came into existence. We have this right here is my third pyramid. Everywhere I went, I always created one. This is my masterpiece. As you come into my world, we have multiple in stones. Well, let me tell you what what the pyramid is really made of. Copper. It's the greatest connection of all time. Then we have each stone that represents a little bit everything about our life, before our life, even before man was even created. These stones have been around. I have the magnets here, 50 magnets to go down the pyramid, that help to enforce the energy to bring it in more and more and more. We have the other vessels that's land here, the sleep machines and the other machines that to help to enhance the energy. At nighttime, this is a whole different avenue of time at night. If you're not strong-minded, open-minded, this is not the place to be. It took many years of getting rid of fear of the unknown. Well, I've seen orbs in here, lights, tunnels, voices have been heard from other avenues of time. This is something that you have to get used to. This is not nothing for everybody. But for you pyramid lovers out there, psychic readers, paranormal, or whatever, this is your day. As we look around here, we see certain types of machines, call machines. We even do, when I come in here at nighttime, this is the sound thing that I use to help me to get in tune with Mother Nature, nature of the male and female of the time that we never knew. This sound right here, when it helps to enhance the energy. You people out there that know about the singing bowls, you know what I'm talking about. Sound waves is one of the greatest things where all the explorers are looking for in the cosmos for other signs of life. I have seen orbs in here, you would not believe it. That's why I kept a lot of things to myself. When I meditate in here at night, the energy is just flowing through here. So what you do, you control it by taking a wand that I made myself, crystal ball on one side and another, of course, crystal here. When you hold the wand in your hand, you got electrons, neutrons, and the proton that is constantly moving through our body. You have the active body, is the other body that moves by matter. Also, when you take this wand, see, by me knowing the energy in here, and I see what I see at nighttime, it's the most amazing thing known to man. A lot of people don't know I even know about this. You might see something in the cameras, don't be surprised. Things do happen in here. You take your wand this way here, you control the energy that is going around you. This energy that you is bringing towards you, it's going through your body. Once you open up your third eye, and you're using part of your sixth sense that lays behind the consciousness. And you go, so you winded it in, so you got more the control of the energy that's in. Now you want to throw energy out. You go the opposite direction. Now at nighttime you see it. You can actually see the energy, feel the energy, and you can go on. But if you have a block in your mind of fear, this is not for you. You must be very open-minded. There's a lot of open-minded individuals on this planet that love this type of activity. This right here, it purifies my water, crystallize it. It stopped the aging process that the ancient Egyptians used to use. It do other things, time travel, astral projection, or whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean? This is the movement of the conscious. The conscious is one of the most marvelous things it's known to us, because most of us are very unconscious of ourselves. The active body is the conscious state that we should live with or in. But within you, all the secrets of life is within you. You just got to allow yourself. Once you allow yourself to be who you are and not what you think you are. When you sleep at night, it's called unconscious sleep. When you meditate, it's called conscious sleep. Meaning that you get more cosmic energy by allowing it to come in. When you open up your third eye, this is what you will use. You must wrap up in a blanket because you get cold. You get real chills on your body. You'll start feeling a tingling feeling all in your head. You start feeling things, so your aura starts to expand like a heartbeat. The light starts moving just like that. Then it starts going around like that. So what you do, you learn how to control your mind to see you. Once you see you and recognize you, your world will change. You know what I mean? You can think healthy, be healthy. But it's one thing about the third eye. See, we used to see it from 20/20 vision here. But when you see it from here, when you see it from here, you see things that a lot of people are not ready for. In my experience, when I started very young, what happened when I was a kid, my mom used to be a psychic reader when I was like 9 years old. So it was an older gentleman, was real heavy. He must be about 400 or 500 pounds. He was in a big glass tube. And he taught my mom a lot of things. And he had a little teeny little improvement. He said, "Do you like that?" I was very young. I said, "I like this." And I felt something was going through my body. And he said, "One day, you'll find out more about this." And he had a black bird called a mockingbird that talked. And we don't see too many of those nowadays. He used to talk, run back and forth in the cave. This man had multiple books on energy, paranormal. He taught my mom, you know what I mean? So I'm listening to him. I'm trying to feed all I can get. So, but that one little pyramid, so when I went home I found a little piece of cardboard. I cut it 4 triangles, and I took some syrup and put it together, because back in the days, you know what I mean. And I took it home, and I kept that pyramid for years. I put it on top of my head, I started feeling things, but I was too young to grasp, you know what I mean, all it was. But it took me to a whole new world. And like I say, 50-some years, the pyramid has been my life. A lot of people say, well, why don't you write a book? Why don't you get on a talk show? I was comfortable where I'm at. Yeah, I mean, I book the best of the world, live their life, not their mine. And then people would start coming here. There's no one in the world that do this for you. Nobody's not heard of. The pyramid was designed for imaging, meditation. Nobody did like I do. I don't write too many people hear that much because it's kind of personal. But my friends are here today that we have met. And so I feel that for you to come here this day, it's something. This is not by accident. This was not rehearsed. It was written before we even came into the human body. This right here should be education for all those out there that have an open mind. 90% of the conversation that most people have are negative conversations. So when you started having an affirmation and talking to yourself, you start realizing that you are more powerful than you ever are. The third eye sits, here's your brain. In the middle of your head, skull, now it's a little light. It's called the third eye. On the spiritual sense, not on the flesh, but on the third eye. Once you open up your third eye, it's amazing. It's the most amazing experience. So a lot of people before they pass away, on their deathbed, this is the sound that they use. Third eye is starting to open for your journey. You don't have to die to really live. You can use this process while you're living in meditation. Once you do that, you're breathing in. You open up your third eye. You'll feel a tingle. Tingle, like a little pressure. Start there. That means that all the chakras in your body have communicated to be one. The one means that you are being who you are. You can travel. You can do things. You can see things that might scare you. You have to have an open mind. The world is so unique. Our universe is so unique. Cosmic energy is so unique. It's so unique. Because see, by meditating in a pyramid, you get multiple cosmic energy that you ever can get. Something else about this structure. At nighttime, see, this is, if you know what I mean, if I could take my mind and throw it out there and let you see the real interview of the spirit mind, it's awesome. A lot of people don't know I'm here because this is my world. This is what I do every day of my life. I meditate before I go to work. I meditate, you know what I mean? Even when I rest over there, I have machines over my bed to help me to do other things, you know what I mean? I use, I got all my, of course, crystal stones been around for millions of years. Quartz has got multiple energies in it. I usually take this pyramid over here, and this is what I do now. When I meditate, y'all know about these. This is very unique. Not that my head is level the way it is. This sit there on top. And I sit here like this right here. And I clench my fingers together like this here. And I close my eyes and I breathe. As I'm breathing in, I'm starting seeing light. I'm starting seeing images. I'm starting seeing the things that is really are there. It's good to have a pyramid in your home. There's people out here that got one little pyramid in their home and sit it on the table. And they change all the vibration in the room. Just imagine what goes on in here with a mass structure like this. The lady that I'm talking about, my mom, is right there. Don't get afraid. She's humble. She's glad that you're here, you know what I mean? That's the lady right there that always had told me that you have a gift. My brother told me when I was younger, you know what I mean? You had a gift, brother, when it comes to it. And I have seen things, man, 3 times out my life that I have heard voices. I had another period, a smaller one in Baltimore. I wanted to surpass it. They called my name. Wesley. In Orlando, Florida, I had another structure like this. I left it. I gave it to a friend because I couldn't bring it back on top of the car. I heard my name again. Wesley. Man over there one day, I only heard it 3 times out of all of my life. It said, Wesley. So I say to myself, okay, we're getting somewhere. It's starting to talk from city to city. But one night, an orb just came right in. I have an orb camera on my phone, so I constantly stay in contact to see what's going on in here. Like, you know what I mean? And I've seen multiple images walk through this pyramid. Seen lights shoot through here. Seen things up, but you know, as you get used to it, it's a way of life, you know what I mean? You say, oh, well, you know, welcome, you know what I mean? You know, because, you know what I mean? Because for them to invite me to their world and come into my world, but for me to love what I do very much. I love this more than anything, y'all. This is something that I'm ready to let the rest of the world know that I am here. I'm ready to let the talk shows. I'm ready to let YouTube. I'm ready to let everybody know that this is the most beautiful. I have searched the web to try to find anybody do readings in the pyramid. Now, I've seen some nice pyramids, but I've never seen nothing like this. And then, so now I'm creating my other structure with magnets. I got some more magnets coming. I got some more stones coming. We're going to do some other things with this right here. You know what I mean? But just imagine being in here in the dark by yourself. Could you do it? You have to have an open mind. Because once you get out there, the fear of it, at first, that you're going to go out there and then you're not going to, you know what I mean? You're going to pass away or something. Things like that. But once you get open-minded, this comes to be a way of life, a way of Wesley's life. I enjoy it very much. This is what I live by. This is not a religion. Let me put that out there. This is not a religion. This is my way of life that I choose. set cards and I'm like that to deal with the energy. The energy is where it's at. The energy, the cosmic energy, the energy, the new experience that I'm getting. Would you like to ask me a question?
Sure, yeah, I would love to. So do you not do readings of people here?
Yes, I have.
Oh, you have?
Yes,
But
I have, you remember, it was, quite a few young ladies had been through here. Anybody who was here, she owned, I just saw it, she came in, and she did a reading here. I used to do a lot of readings here, but with just so many cars outside, and so many individuals was coming in, it was like, you know what I mean, it was like, wow, you know what I mean. And they love the readings very much. It is no one out there who do readings in the period. It is unheard of. And this is something that I'm going to go ahead and set out there that, you know what I mean, it haven't been done. It hasn't been done by me.
I was just gonna ask, so you don't do this ever as for work? Like this is all just sort of what you're doing for you. This isn't like because you were doing readings at the fair.
Yeah.
So
I've been doing readings down there for about 10 years or more. And I had did readings in other places for people. And they love how I read because I see things a little different. You know what I mean? And Crystal Earth, it was one lady came in, she was crying, I love you, I miss you, you was right, you know what I mean, all that. And I do readings like that, you know what I mean. I might have to get into it a little bit more, start to let myself just be free about it, just start doing it because it's not many people that do, I don't know anyone on the planet that do readings in the pyramid.
Yeah. So, why have you just suddenly decided that you want people to see all of this? What led up to that?
Well, this happened when I met y'all down in Crystal Earth, and we was down there for the rock festival and all that kind of stuff and everything. And so I thought about it, you know what I mean, and y'all was filming. I said, okay, well let me, you know what I mean. So when you called me, asked me about it, and I thought about it. I said, okay, we'll do this. Because you'll be the first ones. Y'all be the first one to ever interview me. The first. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So, y'all got it because it's the energy that y'all got around y'all. Because if you had bad energy around y'all, would not allow this to happen. You know what I mean?
So really, just 2 weeks ago, really you decided that you wanted everything?
It was a time. It was a time that would make things happen. You never know when the time will come when you got to make a change in your life. A time will come that, you know what I mean, you're not, you know what I mean, because I never thought I would even witness this day myself, you know what I mean. So when you asked me, I said, okay. Because I know I got a nice piece here, just a masterpiece, you know what I mean. I'm good at what I do. A lot of people say, why don't you write a book, why don't you do this and do that. My mind just was just trying to work my business, you know, DW Care Janitorial and Floor Care Service, Solution of Janitorial Service. But this is what I love more than anything is my pyramid. And I like the energy. I love the energy more than I can even express it to the world. Letting the world know now, I got something to offer you. I got something to share with the world now. All the scientists out there, or whoever, we getting ready to have a great experience because we have an understanding about each other. They can show me some things, teach me some things. We all got to be taught something. I got some things I have to offer to bring to the table.
I was wondering how you found the Crystal Era and kind of became a part of that community.
Oh, okay. Well, I've been reading for years. So one day, when I first came to this town here, I always look for certain stores, don't care what town that I go to. So when I walked into Crystal Era, I saw the store. I said, wow, this is nice, you know. And I talked to Carl. Now, you know, I come there, I buy this, and we talking about this right here, you know what I mean. And then after that, right there, you know what I mean, she asked me, she said, well, Wes, when do you like to come and read here? And I've been reading all around the United States, you know, in the land of the witches in Casadega, Florida, other places that I have read before. But Christopher Earl had a unique story because they had a little bit of everything there. So at that time, you know, me and Carl were real tight, we still is tight. So I took the pyramid. She had a big spot in Oberlin that she used to own. And I put my pyramid up on stage. And I did readings on stage with her. You know, with that, you know, I read on stage and multiple people was coming. People coming because it's so much. There's so much into it. You know what I mean? Of joy. I had the joy. You know what I mean? But when you're in the pyramid like me all the time, my energy is extraordinary. Because when I go out there in the real world and I'm talking to people, you know what I mean, and I can look at them, they would talk to me, and they would say, wow, you know, I feel something, you know, about you. You know what I mean? They don't know what it is, but I know. And the energy is so strong in you because you're in here all the time. You know what I mean? So it's so strong. You know what I mean? You can walk with a person direct this to them over the head and they can feel the energy. You know what I mean? And me and Carl, you know, Carl is a wonderful young lady. She have a great business now. She has some nice scientists, I call them. You know what I mean? Because we do reggae, this, and we do healing down there. You know what I mean? We do readings down there. We had the rock man, which y'all haven't met. He's a very extraordinary person.
Ken?
Ken.
Yeah, we know Ken.
Yeah. Yeah, he is something. You remember when y'all filmed that day?
Yeah.
Well, me and him been working together for a while too. I never had the money to travel to Egypt with him, but this right here, the lady with that little piece hanging from Egypt. When they went to Hawaii, they brought this back to me. You know, they all, you know what I mean? We are a pretty strong-minded, open-minded group of people, and we can, you know what I mean? We can help people out that's in the world, you know what I mean? A lot of people that go down there for spiritual reading and stuff, it's basically entertainment, as far as it kept. But it's realness in it. It's up to the individual what they get out of it. You know what I mean? Years ago, I used to go to people's houses that were haunted. Years ago, I was going up to expunge the house. See many multiple things happen. And here and there, just well, okay. For instance, if you have a problem with reality, you always can read the 23rd Psalm 7 times in the morning, 7 times at night. This is to keep the dark forces out your house. Because when you're in a dark area at nighttime, evil links, you know, themselves in the darkness. But if we take a little candle and sit in the darkness, moves it, only for a moment. There's other ways to break hexes and stuff like that do exist. Be careful from who you eat from in the world. See, a lot of people don't believe this stuff. They all believe it's a hoax. There's people out there that are doing a lot of multiple evil things out there in the world. You have to protect yourself by keeping certain stones in your pocket or certain seals in your pocket. Or be ever mindful of certain things that you do, because it is on this planet. It's a lot of evil that is out there, waiting to an unclean body to get into. But this is not my belief. This is real, because in Oberlin, they said once upon a time was a witch or whatever that got on here or whatever. You know, you hear stories about Oberlin, you know, a lot of things, you know, about the Underground Railroad, which is real. Oberlin College was the first one that had the first the first African American, and y'all know that very well. Y'all did an investigation on that. Oberlin College is one of the only colleges was before the slaves was freed. Oberlin College was the first one to help them get free, and got them the first education to be the first scientist or whatever he was. I think Oberlin is a very popular school. And it's an honor to to have Oberlin in my home. You know what I mean? Because you know that Kendall, you know where Kendall at? That's one of my spots that I clean. We had a very strange event. I feel chills up through my body when I talk about this. It was a lady named Sister Greenberg that passed away not too long ago. And they had a memorial of her. I was cleaning the pool deck, and I had my oil camera, which was on my phone. So I started taking photos. I kept seeing this red oil. Get to find out, we was walking down the hallway. We saw this setup there, the red hat and all that stuff. They did a great dedication to her at Oberlin Library, Greenberg. So I sent all my photographs into the lady that run the pool deck. She sent it to the family. They called me. I come down there. They met me. I thought it would be 4 people. The whole family was there. We did one of the remarkable events down there. They came. They had me on camera. And I was here. Okay, boom. So they all sitting in a circle to meet me. I didn't know that these are big people in this town, or the Greenbergs. So I said, Sister Greenberg, well, her husband was there. He's still living. And they came down the hall. They met me. And they said, Wesley, talk to us. And I said, Sister Greenberg, to go to the red hat. So we took the video camera, had a camera like that, and was pointing on my phone. And the red oil went right to the hat. Tears was everywhere. It brought this family back together again. And I didn't know who she was. Never met this woman a day in my life. And that was something that we did down there. Now you know that Kendall sits on our old Indian burial ground.
Kendall.
Yes. Multiple things been happening in Kendall. People laying in their beds, you know what I mean, saying that, why do people stand by my bed? I understand them. People work there, don't. Because they're closed-minded people. Open-minded people, you know what I mean, say, oh yes, I understand, yes, we're here. You know what I mean? But it's something else that you want to ask me.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
How would you describe your personal, spiritual philosophy? I think open-mindedness is a big part to do with it. We talk about that a lot. But if you had to state what you personally believe, how would you describe that?
Well, I believe personally, myself, that I am not of this body as I thought I was. Through my life, I have found out that it's another me. You know, it's a high spiritual part of me. The body is just a vessel that I'm learning that I'm just walking in. I'm not really a part of it. I'm just here because I'm put up in time. But the essence of me, I know that I can do marvelous things. But, you know, if you tell the world, they don't understand. You know, but it's people out there that are waiting to understand. People want to understand. There's people out there are very open-minded individuals out there. Some multitude people. But I believe that at times I believe I'm not when I'm in here. When I'm in here, and it's dark in here, it's quiet, it's peaceful, and I get into my trance, I call it. You know what I mean? But now I got so advanced with this now, I don't have to close my eyes no more. I can just get up in here and just do like it's wide open, and there it is, wham, just start seeing the light, start staying, and you gotta learn how to hold it. Because when your eyes is open, you gotta learn to hold that energy.